So doctor, what's some of the best ways, and this might sound like an obvious question, but to promote heart health? What can we do?
We can lower our stress. We can lower the amount of sugar we eat. One thing that I think is very critical, and it requires just a little bit of backstory. We need to lower our intake of vegetable oils, not so much saturated fat. And here's why. Our bodies make two sets of compounds. One is inflammatory, one is anti-inflammatory. Now, a lot of people say to me, well, why do we need the inflammatory ones? You actually need it for the healing process. If you bang your toe and get a splinter and the area gets kind of swollen, well, that's white blood cells flooding the area and trying to surround it and prevent the microbe from getting into an infection. So you actually need some inflammation as part of the healing process. But these two armies need to be balanced. Omega-6s, which are the fats that are found in vegetables, the ones we've all been told to get, canola oil, soybean oil, cottonseed oil, safflower, omega-6s